German and Australian governments support Laos' intention to build sustainable hydropower effort to reduce poverty. Both ambassadors talked to our news team while visiting the Xayaboury run-of-river hydropower project in the northern province in mid-January. Details with our news team, Malaviang Wongchandi.
I can understand the Lao government has a very strong commitment to poverty development, and it's important for any country to focus on its areas where it can best make a difference. And so in the case of Lao PDR, hydropower is an obvious area where the Lao PDR can undertake development.
Speaking to local media while visiting the Xayaboury run-of-river hydropower project in the northern province, Australian ambassador to Laos, Linda Watai-Song, said the Australian government also supported the Lao government's policy to develop sustainable hydropower plants in the national effort to reduce poverty.
So hydropower is a very important sector to Lao PDR, and that's why it's very important that the Lao government and also development partners, including Australia, do what they can to contribute to sustainable hydropower development.
She said hydropower is a very important sector to the Lao PDR, and that's why the Lao government and its development partners, including Australia, do what they can to contribute to sustainable hydropower development.
Sure, we recognise the importance of hydropower. Over the last 4 or 5 years, we've provided around $15 million to water resources generally, regional water resources, some of which has gone towards hydropower and towards supporting good technical research to ensure that hydropower development is sustainable.
According to her, over the last 4 or 5 years, Australia has provided about $15 million to regional water resources generally, some of which has gone towards hydropower and towards supporting good technical research to ensure that hydropower is sustainable.
Well, the Xayaboury project is it's a decision for the Lao government to make in consultation with the other Mekong countries. Australia, as a development partner, has a role to help provide financial assistance to ensure that there is good science and good understanding of the issues, and for that reason we've been pleased to support the prior consultation process relating to Xayaboury, and we remain very keen to support other studies to make sure that any decisions taken in relation to the Mekong River are based on good science and the best science available.
Germany takes renewable energy very, very serious. In Germany we have an ambitious program. We want to get out of nuclear power and we want to reduce fossil energy very significantly and replace it by renewable energy, mainly wind and solar. This is what we do in Germany.
German ambassador to Laos, Robert von Rimschka, said Germany also supports Laos' intention to build sustainable hydropower. This comes at a time when some European countries like Germany are considering whether to stop using nuclear power and look for sources of renewable energy.
This is what we do in Germany. In Laos, we help very actively. For example, we have people who support the Ministry of Energy and Mines to teach them how to do sustainable use of natural resources, and the goal is always the same. The goal is to find a good balance between using and preserving natural resources.
He said, in Laos we are very active. For example, we have people who support the Ministry of Energy and Mines to teach them how to do sustainable use of natural resources.
Hydropower clearly is something which is used in Europe, and it has potential in Lao PDR, and it is being used already in Lao PDR. And what development partners want is that hydropower projects in Lao PDR are done according to the standards of sustainability, which means that you take care of the environmental problems and you try to minimize them. You take care of social aspects, and you try to come up with schemes like at Namtön 2, which is a very positive example, where you allocate the money that comes from hydropower to reinvest it into the communities which are concerned.
Please join us in our next news bulletin when we will have the expansion of Turn Hin Boon Hydro Development Project is good example for renewable hydropower resources in sustainable solutions. I'm Silamata Duangpumi and the news team. Thank you very much for tuning in. You can send us comments and suggestions in order to improve our news program at the address displayed right now. And goodbye.